Thirsty na said, uy, kumano Ignatius? Ha? Sure, uy. Patay. Bagsak sa guguan eh. Oh, thank you jud kay Ignatius. Ano sa may i-discuss? Sige labi, pwede pa explain? Sige. Di atas introduction, no?
Hi, Ignatius.
Ha? Uy, sabi sinut.
Okay, sure. What is Ignatian discernment and Tantum quantum, and how does it work? What does it mean to be in consolation or desolation? What advice does Saint Ignatius have for making good decisions? The definition of Ignatian discernment is the capacity to make accurate judgments, to distinguish between situation and courses of action, and to understand the moral consequences of each. It involves prayer and weighing facts and feelings about the several good choices, which ultimately leads to a choice about what is the best fit for an individual. For Tantum Quantum, it is a utilization as to which we contribute to God's glory and the salvation of souls. Whenever they take you away from your goal, toss them out and reject them. Tantum Quantum is using everything in your surroundings to get closer to God. We must always be mindful of things we do and use, that we must always stop, reflect, and question ourselves. Does this bring me closer to God, or is it pulling me further away from Him?
Hi, Ignatius. Sure. About what, man? Okay.
The importance of discernment is that it allows us to think about the important decisions we'll have to make in life. These major decisions will have an impact on our lives and those around us. Thus, we must consider if it is beneficial to us and to others. Tantum quantum. The significance of tantum quantum is that it motivates us to act for the greater good. This also helps us to have a realistic mentality when it comes to reaching one's life's ultimate goal. Hence, as long as it helps yourself and others, do it.
Hello, Ignatius. How is your journey, man? That's good. I guess you're here para sa real-life applications, right? Okay, let's start. Real-life experiences. If we were to relate the Ignatian value Tantum Quantum with our real-life experience, then maybe we can talk about technology. Specifically, technology playing a big role in our lives. We become so engrossed in all of the amusing or interesting items available on the internet that we neglect to actually spend time with loved ones and maybe have time for prayer. We get addicted with the usage of our devices to the point that it has become our top priority every day. Like, for example, once we wake up in the morning, do we pray immediately or do we look at our phones first? I understand that technology has helped us to make things easier, but we also cannot deny the fact that it takes so much of our time. We do not realize that we wasted so much time by spending it facing our phones, laptops, tablets, televisions, and etc. Second, we can also apply it towards our friends, or as we like to call it, self and God versus friends. Hanging out with friends makes us happy, but it may also cause us to stray away from God. For example, forgetting our own self-responsibilities because we might have been too distracted with how much fun we're having with our friends, or not being able to reply to our concerned parents about our whereabouts, or even lying to them to where we are going. Ignatian value discernment. If we were to relate this with our real-life experience, then it could be related to making decisions. Decisions that we make in life must be discerned and something that we will not regret later. We also thought of discernment being present when healing. So when healing, may it be from traumatic or hurtful experiences, we are given the time and opportunity to thoroughly think through what we can do to make things better in our lives. Lastly, we can also relate the Ignatian value of discernment when it comes to our student lives or our college life. So as college students studying in an online class setting, there's that pressure that we might fail our courses because the new normal of education now is very new to us. And that is why some of us may resort ourselves to cheating because we have the power of the internet right in front of us. We can just search whatever we want if we don't know the answer. But you should also ask yourselves that does cheating now or not being honest with what I have learned just for the sake of passing my online courses, will it help me in my future? Is this something that I will not regret later in life? Discernment could also be used for us college students that are still confused of which career and course they really want to pursue. As we are all in the middle of studying our chosen courses, there are still some of us that are thinking otherwise. They are thinking that, should I switch courses or should I stay with this course? We should be asking ourselves questions like, where will this decision take me in the future? Is this future something that I want? Which career would best fit me? Which decision will be best for my own satisfaction and happiness in life and for the future?
Huh?
Hello, Ignatius! Yes, sure. That's a good question. Here's how it goes. So for our conclusion, for Tantum Quantum, we believe that it plays an extremely huge role in our everyday lives and encourages us to slow down and think about the things that we allow to surround ourselves. It makes us think, is this bringing me closer to God or pulling me away from Him? It gives us the opportunity to balance our actions and activities in order for it to not reach an extreme where we forget to seize the time that we could spend with God. It makes us realize that there are actually greater priorities that we must put first than these temporary things that we do to pass time. We must not take these greater things for granted just because it is directly served in front of us. We must know that great things are actually the ones that we realize and find ourselves, and that it is not just made, it is something far more deeper than the superficial things that we are used to seeing and doing. So for discernment, it is a deeper way of decision making. It is actually the kind that helps us to not regret something that is decided. It helps us in a way where we make a big choice. We do not look back on it with regret, rather it gives us the thought of, I'm glad I made that choice. So why? Because you have perfectly weighed out both the pros and the cons, all the possible consequences there is, all of the possible scenarios, and also your feelings, and most importantly, you listen to what God is telling you, which as a result, yielded the best possible outcome. It only obtains solidarity that has eliminated all the lingering what-ifs. It steered away the bad and placed you in the greatest position imaginable.